Well, I said I'll get a video of my rigs on the last video, so I'll take you through my main rigs now. I've got 3 rigs. I've got my bottom bait rig, my pop-up rig, and my critically balanced rig. And I can adjust them to the situation I'm in, silt, gravel, anything really. Right, I'll take you through the bottom bait rig first. That's the bottom bait rig. It's a curve shank. Oh wait, it's a curve shank. Always fish. I don't know. It's just I like the hooking on curve shanks, so I use them. Got a bit of shrink tubing just to add to the shank of it. Hair is generally a boilie and a half. So then that's the gauge I normally do it. And then I use extender stops if I need to make it bigger. Always strip, so I'm back there at least half an inch really to get movement, so the hook can turn easy. Putty, right, that's the main. I always use putty on my rigs because if the fish takes it, they're still holding it to the bottom, so I can nail in its bottom lip. Always have 2 bits there, and always, okay, this rig's not because I just made it, but strip it backwards. Right, here you go. Always strip a bit back at the swivel because I've 99% of my time the lead's going to go into something, either silt, weed, anything like that. So that lets the lead sink in, and the rig sit flat on top. Right, yeah, that's my bottom bait rig. Always use that. Then my critically balanced rig, KD rig, always use it. So that's out of 1 rod. There's no putty on this one because I just made it again, but always use heavy metal. And on my KD rigs, I use a lot, like that's quite a small bit. Always use a really big bit of putty normally on my KD rigs, just where it's stripped back. Always use putty, just to hold that as heavy as I can to the bottom, so the hooking potential is so much greater in it. And something I've picked up, I know I've done it fair brass, but I will. A bit of shrink tubing. I'm going to add that in a minute. A bit of shrink tubing to the hook. Only nowhere near that much. Only a tiny bit at the bottom of the hair, just to kick it round even further. And pop-up rig. I can't remember what it's actually called, this rig, the technical term for it. Basically, it's one big loop. You tie a loop like you do on a hair. Right, let me get the light. You tie a loop like you do on a hair, put it through the front of the eye, put a rig ring on it, then loop it over the hook, so it makes a D, like that. Got a rig ring on there, it's a D. Then a shot goes there, or putty, then it holds it like that. It holds it like that on the bottom. You can see that. They're the 3 rigs I use. Keep it simple, keep it straight. And one thing I've come into the last year, started using troddies. That's it. And I can't bother to go out and spend more money on more gear, so chop the swivel off and put a tail rubber on it and a bead above it to let the swivel sit nice when you play a fish on it. So that's that. That's the troddy I used the other day when I was fishing a hook. There, that's roughly an inch long. But this troddy I tied up, as you can see there. There's pretty much 5 10 mil of actually straight bristle filament. That is £15 mouth trap from Calder. And something I picked up from Adam Penning is, put it on the plug in black, you can see it there. You can't see it there either. It's basically a loop knot for your swivel. There you go. It's a double turn grinner, but when you do the grinner, you go back through. I'll tie some rigs up in a bit, and I'll show them on some videos. So that's that on a leg core. Leg core, right. That's what I used to use. That's about 7 foot of leg core there. That's what I used to use. Now I'll literally, if I'm using a troddy, I'll make it long enough. So that's that. I could make it that long. I could make the leg core that long, literally just so the rig can work. But also I like using naked troddies, and I use that on the Fox quick shots. That's how I use naked troddies most of the time. Right, talking about rigs. Jag files there. That's just to hone the hooks with. Say I've had a fish or 2, always just give it a few swats with that. Takes a lot of practice, but you can get them deadly sharp with one of them things. I could tie if anyone wants me to tie a rig for them or buy some help on a rig, just send me a message or comment and I'll help them with the rigs out. Make a video or something for them. Right, so yeah, send me some messages, rigs you want making, and I'll put them up. Cheers.